new Note 8, and the shit is smaller for some reason, but we need more light on this side. There we go.
Thank you guys for joining us. Unafraid. Today, my man Joey Heim is back. And we have a couple really good things on track for you guys. First of which is, so Aaron Hernandez. His brain was donated and to Boston University, and it was found that the man had CTE. So we're going to talk about that. Does it change your opinion about the murder case and his life and what you think about him? First of which, you guys can weigh in, send in your comments about that. The next thing is Thursday night football. I say Thursday night football still sucks, and they need to do away with it. They need to banish it, because that's the problem with the NFL right now, with the NFL ratings, is that it's oversaturation. And the last thing is boxing versus the UFC. So on the heels of this Triple G Canelo fight and the Mayweather McGregor fight, yeah, who's winning this whole deal? Okay, so we'll start though with what's going on with Aaron Hernandez. So Aaron Hernandez, I mean, everybody knows he was convicted of killing Odin Lloyd out in Massachusetts.
Do you have sympathy for him, by the way?
Yes.
You have sympathy for
him?
him?
Oh my God, I have a lot of sympathy for him.
Really?
Yeah, not because he is
He's a murderer.
Yeah, correct. Okay. So it's more the fact that this man's life, who had so much potential, is like just gone away. He was 23 years old when this happened.
That's different though. That's sad. That's
yeah.
Sad. Yeah, but you can't feel bad for the guy. I feel bad for his daughter. You know what I mean?
So here's how I feel about the case, right? Really, because when you think about it, right? So here is what I have been told from people on the inside of this, that he was dealing drugs on some level, right? And that the dude Odin Lloyd was as well.
Okay.
So when you are a drug dealer, right?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
There are certain things that are part of your job description.
Right.
Right? Which could include murder, intimidation, all of these things, right?
Can I tell you something real quick?
Okay.
Because back in the day, I used to sling ecstasy a long time ago when I was younger. So one of the biggest guys in the industry, he pulled me to the side because I started getting really big. Yeah. And he said, dude, I just got to tell you right now, in this business, you either have to be able to kill somebody with no problem.
Yep.
Or you're just going to take it in the ass. And I took it in the ass. Not literally figuratively, but if somebody's going to rob you at gunpoint or rob some of your people,
yeah.
If you don't have the heart to kill that person or have that person killed, drug dealing is not for you. So Aaron Hernandez, it's for him.
Yeah,
it wasn't for me.
It's part of your job description. So I didn't feel necessarily the same amount of sympathy for Odin Lloyd that other people did.
But wasn't... Okay, so you think that's all false, the story about Odin Lloyd was going to out him as a bisexual?
Dude,
that jailhouse guy was so full of shit.
Yeah,
that skinny white dude.
I don't think that.
Yeah, we were fucking in the commissary.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a whole lot of truth to that, right?
No.
But the problem is in the situation is, I'm like, there is no point in time that like I can feel bad when like drug dealers get killed. Like I just don't. So it's part of your job description. Yes, he should go to jail if he murdered people, but I don't feel real bad for you.
But he's a bad seed.
No, see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, he's a bully. Like, first of all, NFL-wise, he was a freaking stud. How do they have Gronkowski and Hernandez on the same team? That's some scouting right there. I mean, even at Florida, he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have even been better than Gronk. I hate to say it.
He could have,
potentially.
But that's where, okay, so now that we find out that he has CTE, so for anybody that doesn't know, chronic traumatic encephalopathy.
There you go.
So that's what it stands for. And it's essentially a brain disease almost similar to dementia and all this. And here are some of like the symptoms, markers of it. So it inhibits you controlling aggression and your impulses. And then there is some degree of dementia. There's mood swings, lapses in judgment, and a disorganized manner. So that's what like the hallmarkers of CTE are.
Okay.
So now that you know that he has CTE, so and how they find this out is, So Boston University is kind of on the forefront of the dissecting of the brain. So you have a lot of athletes, whether they're professional, college, whatever, when they die young, they will donate their brains to Boston University to see if they did have CTE, because there's no way to diagnose it. Despite what you hear, despite what you read, if anybody tells you they can diagnose CTE while you're alive, it's a lie.
Well, they could diagnose the warning signs a little bit.
I mean, like
Junior Seau, right?
Potential, maybe, but it's not. I mean, there is no like MRI. There's no CAT scan. There's no test for it.
It seems like it's starting to strike these guys at about 45. Andre Waters, Junior Seau, Dave Duerson.
Yep.
That's about the age where it starts to kick in. And so go ahead and finish what you're going to say, because I can relate to this story a little bit.
Okay, so now that we find out that he had CTE, and not only did he have CTE, he had the most advanced stage. Well, he had stage 3 of CTE, which is the most advanced stage that they've ever found in a 27-year-old. Like, his progression was like of a 60-year-old. And
but okay, can you be born with CTE? We got to talk to your doctor friend over at Harvard.
Yeah. So we'll try to get him on next week.
Because first of all, in my opinion, CTE didn't turn him into a murderer or a bad guy, whatever, unless you're born with it. Because he plays tight end. You play tight end.
Yeah.
That's not a position where, if you're a linebacker or a DB or corner or safety, those guys, which position players hit their heads the most, lead with their heads?
Running backs.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. Running backs.
Tony Dorsett's starting to get it.
Running backs by far is the worst position on the football field.
I didn't even think about that.
I mean, because
they actually kind of lead with their head.
And think about it. Every single play, if you're the running back, right, you're getting hit, right?
Yeah.
You're either getting tackled, you're blocking somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
Some sort. Yeah. So as the
offensive linemen get it too, though. You wouldn't think so, but I mean, what position is Troy Aikman's going to have it?
Yeah,
because I used to watch the Dallas Cowboy games.
He may or he may not. Here's
Steve Young too. I'm telling you.
Here's the crazy part about CTE, from what I've learned about being on the board at Harvard for the Football Players Health Study, is that there is no correlation between how long you played and whether you get it or not.
No, but how many? Troy Aikman. Listen, he had the worst offensive lines. I saw a game when he played Jerome Brown and the Eagles. He got sacked 11 times, and I don't even think he played the fourth quarter. But I would see him go to the bench, and he had that look on his face. Yeah. That's why I don't want Juju to play football. He had that look like it's just the worst headache in the world. He's going to get it.
Maybe. That's what I'm saying. There is no correlation between how long you play and all that.
What about how many concussions you get? He had 11, I think, or 12, they said, in his career, and that's reported.
Here is where the concussion thing kind of gets a little gray area, right? Because there's the... from the research that Harvard has done, all this, right? Here's what we know from their research on mice, research on humans, all this, right? So the big concussions that we look at and that we see in a game, like those aren't the big scary ones, because you can heal from those. It's actually the repeated head trauma, like the little ones that don't give you concussions, that's actually worse. So I'll liken it to this. So if I throw a big bucket of water on your face and you're breathing in, right? You're gonna like choke, right? And so that's gonna be a little, that's not gonna be good for you and all that. But now imagine if I tie you down and I just Chinese water torture you, just one drop at a time.
Right.
That's much more damaging, despite it being the exact same amount of water.
So you're saying, let's take boxing, for example. You're saying it's the collection of jabs that's more than the big punches.
Correct.
Okay. Ooh, sorry.
Correct. So you want to make sure that...
Oh, man.
What is going on?
New fun. I have no idea.
So the real question for you is this. The real question for you guys out there is this. Has your opinion of Aaron Hernandez changed? Meaning all the stuff that we just said about the murders.
All right, we'll even read some comments if you guys want to chime in. But I think the CTE has, and do we trust this Who's the one that came? Who's the one that did the X-ray on him or the brain scan?
Well, no. They actually dissect. Right? No. They dissect your brain. Boston University.
Okay. Oh, so he really now it's legit. I thought maybe the wife because she's suing the Patriots, right?
Yeah. She's suing the Patriots, suing the NCAA.
Well, why?
Because so
I mean, somebody got in her ear, obviously.
Okay, so we'll go to that in a second. But I want to know: do people feel sorry for? I mean, look at Aaron Hernandez differently because I do.
Okay.
I look at him like he was a sick person. Like he was a sick person who, and when you look at that CTE, the people I've read about and heard about that have had it, they have trouble controlling their aggression. They have trouble controlling their impulses, degree of dementia, mood swings, lapses in judgment. So the fact that he could have been either selling drugs or involved with the people that he was involved with, that shows that he was not in a place to make good decisions.
Well, I was going to totally go against him on that, but so CTE guys in the NFL usually take it out on themselves because they don't want to live with the pain. They don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, but they've already abused their families. They have tormented everybody.
But they haven't killed anybody. But there is one professional athlete who did. Now that I think about it, do you remember who it was?
You're gonna say OJ.
No.
No. OJ's gonna have CTE guaranteed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he actually has all the characteristics. No, remember Chris Benoit from the
WWE? Yep.
I mean, you want to talk about somebody that was his claim to fame was his jump off the top rope, and even though wrestling's fake, he would still come down, hit the guy in the shoulder or whatever. So he killed his wife, his kid. Yep. So I don't know. I just think he's a bad. Your wife got on me a little bit in there. He's just a bad seed.
Okay, so but
I want to know if in elementary school people said "Oh man, he used to come around and beat up everybody and be a bully." And
no, remember everything that we've read about Aaron Hernandez. He was like a decent kid.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
He was like a decent kid until his dad died in high school. So he was like a decent kid, good kid. Then he kind of lost his way, and then if you add in the CTE as well, what do you expect? I mean. That mind you, that does not excuse murder. It does not. I'm just saying that it's just like a drug addiction almost. That when you look at somebody who's drug addicted, they make poor choices, right?
Yeah.
They make poor choices with people they hang out with, poor choices of things that they do. So it's kind of expected that this sort of thing happens.
Okay, so let me tell my story real quick. So, and I was telling your wife inside, I was addicted to OxyContin I'll tell you exactly, almost 11 years ago when my son was just born. Juju was 6 months old, and not even 6 months, 4 or 5 months. So I got hooked on it, but it made me feel normal because I have a bad back, and I was taking a pill every 3 hours for a year and a half. And then all of a sudden, the guy that I was getting it from, he calls me and goes, "Hey, I forgot to tell you I'm going to be out of town this weekend, so I couldn't buy more in advance."
Oh, you forgot to stock up.
I forgot to stock. Well, no, he didn't tell me. So I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll make it through the weekend." So for the first time in a year and a half, after that third hour, my body was used to it.
Oh, you got dope sick.
I got dope sick. I swear, if there was a gun in my house, I would have shot myself in the head, even with my beautiful wife upstairs with my son, because you don't think you're ever going to get over this pain. And that's what CTE is. I think, Junior Seau, how bad is it? You don't think Junior Seau loved his kids?
Yeah, of course he loved his kids.
Or Dave Duerson loved his kids, or Andre Waters. So it's the worst pain. If CTE is what I think it is, that day going through withdrawals, it wasn't just that day. Luckily, my wife drove me to a detox center at 4 a.m. We were gonna break the doors down because it was a place called Cry Help. If I didn't go there, I swear I would have jumped in front of a train. It is the worst pain in the world.
Yeah.
But you don't take it out on other people. That's the thing. When you have CTE, I don't see Junior Seau walking into Alpha Beta. Well, shit, I don't even know. Ralph's or something. Alpha Beta. Do you remember Alpha Beta?
No, I have no idea what Alpha Beta is.
Does anybody remember Alpha Beta? When I was a kid, that was the big chain. Suzanne Summers' husband was the spokesperson. I can't believe I just said Alpha Beta.
You were speaking French, right?
Oh my God, I can't believe I said Alpha Beta. Somebody's going to know what Alpha Beta is. So anyways, he didn't walk into the local Hughes market and starts killing people. It's a pain that you do unto yourself.
But everybody reacts differently. He was making poor choices.
He might be the only one, though. Whatever Chris Benoit, Chris Benoit had major... They said he had the worst CTE ever, that they ever saw.
Okay, and Aaron Hernandez had the worst CTE of a 27-year-old ever. He was 60 years old.
But 67 years old, yeah. But Chris Benoit didn't want to live with that pain anymore. Aaron Hernandez didn't... He was smiling all the time. Even when he was
I mean, Junior Seau was still out smiling and doing golf events and charity events and all that stuff before
we
he
gotta
killed
get your
himself.
doctor friend on.
Okay,
we gotta get him on.
I just look at it. I have to look at Aaron Hernandez differently.
Well, the guy he shot in the face in Florida. I mean, that's
It again falls in the same category. I know that sometimes I get to being the defender of all people.
No, I am the same way. I'm the same way.
But
believe it or not.
But if you know that somebody is sick, right? You know that somebody has a mental issue that they can't do anything about. Then of course some stuff happens. Like over at Harvard, one of the things that they talk about is that they've done experiments on mice, right? To where they give mice repeated head hits, like just small.
Bastards.
Dude, listen, bro. If you find a mouse in your house, what are you gonna do?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Okay, exactly.
I'm petrified of mice.
Well, everybody else, if you get a mouse in your house, the mouse is gone.
Oh yeah.
That's
I'm kidding.
That's not try to act like that. Like we need to protect mice at all costs. So the repeated head hits on the mice, right? So they have them go through obstacles and all that stuff. But when the mice have been concussed and when they have some sort of brain issue or whatever, they actually take more risks, like life-defying risks to get what they're trying to get.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah. So of course, so this is normal. Like this is to be expected.
Yeah, but how come we don't hear more? First of all, if this is the case, what he's saying, and I know you're an ex-football player, it's time. I honestly, I really feel bad for these football players. I swear to God, I don't watch NFL football. Like in the '80s, the Dallas Cowboys were like, oh my God, when they lost to the Niners, the catch.
Yeah.
I didn't go to school for 2 days. I could not stop crying. That ruined my life. Okay, but these guys, I feel so sad. These guys are 90% of these guys are going to have CTE. There's no two ways about it.
I don't believe that, and the
80%. How about 80%?
No, I don't believe that.
How about half?
I don't believe that.
Oh my God! They just did a study. It was 100. What was it?
Yeah, it was the majority of the brains that they had.
The majority, 99%.
But here's what I believe.
The other two guys were probably punters or something.
Here's what I believe. I believe that the game has changed, right, and that the amount of people who retired before the last CBA was done, right, which was what 2011, 2012. Okay. That there's going to be a higher percentage of people who have CTE who retired before that than it is now, because there are less practices, there's less hitting, less all of this stuff. So I think that the numbers are going to start to trend in a different way, because I do think the game has changed. But
so it's 110 of 111.
Yeah. So
that's, George, come on.
Yeah, but that's 110 of 111 of people who actually donated their brains because they were suspected of that. Mind you, there are in between, somewhere around 17,000 former professional football players right now. 17,000. So, and yeah, we got 110 out of 111, but these are people whose families believed that they potentially had CTE.
And they did have it, potentially.
I know, so...
And we're not even talking about, George, first of all, brain trauma is the worst you can have, but you know how many players I've seen, ex-players, walk around, Tony Dorsett, they limp around.
Yeah,
it's a little sport.
One of them sometimes.
Yeah,
So, but here's the other thing about pro football and all this, because I love the game, right? I don't think that there should be any hitting in practice. I don't believe it after training camp. There should be none. Yeah. I'm in favor of that. So, but my problem with the league, right, is I'm going to tell you guys a story that happened to me, which actually sent me in a bad way, pissed me off. So I got a really bad concussion one year when we were playing against Buffalo.
You were on Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we were playing against Buffalo. And I actually hit my head in the beginning of the game, going down on my knees to catch the ball. Somebody hit me from the back, hit my head.
Oh, that's
I actually hit my head 3 times in the game. And then at the end of the game, I went up to go catch a pass. I got hit, fell down and hit the back of my head. I didn't jump off sides very many times while I was playing in the NFL, but the next play I jumped off sides. Then the next play after that, I jumped off sides.
Your brain was...
fried. So then they brought me out. I ended up having a really bad concussion. I got sick in the shower. We flew back to Jacksonville. They took me straight to the hospital. They wouldn't let me drive, all this stuff, right? So then the next, like a couple days later, I'm getting ready to go back to practice. I took the little baseline test and all that. I'm getting ready to go back to practice. The equipment manager says to me, George, you need to change your helmet. I said, why do I need to change my helmet? And he said, how long have you been wearing this helmet? I said, like, since I was in high school. He's like, George, that was almost 10 years ago. Why are you wearing the same helmet? And he was like, would you keep a car for 10 years? I was like, nah, not unless it was an antique.
You know? Wait, the same exact
No.
Same brand, style, whatever.
The same brand.
Okay.
The same brand, same model, everything. And then so he told me to change to a different model. And that's when I got pissed off. And that's when I felt like the NFL was negligent even more. Because, so they knew this, right? And then the other thing about it is the NFL, they issue you everything. So when I went to go pick out my helmet, there was 4 different helmets. And you put them all on, see which one that you want. They provide them.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like, what? And I'm sitting there thinking like, hold up. At no point in time was I told, this is bad for you, this is bad for you, this is the best one for you, and all that.
Right.
So, and then I got fined one point in time $5,000 for wearing for not showing enough white on my socks. So you control everything that goes on in this league, but you issue me. I didn't buy my own helmet.
Right.
One of the options that you give me is inferior.
Okay, but wait. So since that day, when you wore the new helmet, did you have any more concussions?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, but the thing is, but the new helmet was better.
It was better, and it still doesn't protect you from it. Like, it's a brutal sport. Like, I mean, George, you're a big guy. There's guys, and I'm not a small guy. I'm 5'10", 215.
Yeah.
You're what?
6'3", 260.
So you would be in the lower half of football players.
Yeah.
Right?
There are people much bigger than me.
Right. So you dwarf me. I can't even imagine, like, guys. It's just a brutal sport. I think, I don't know. I don't know how any parent, and I know there's friends of mine watching, and, you know, we're live here on Facebook, and we're live on Periscope and Twitter and all that stuff. By the way, nobody told me if my screen, so I got into the Note 8, so now we're sideways, so hopefully it's working.
Did you get paid for that plug?
They should pay me. I love this phone. It's a great phone, but now when I put it on upside up, it doesn't work as good. Am I sideways?
Upside.
It says fix your camera. So wait, are we the right way here, guys?
Upside up.
What did I say? See,
you
I got
said
the CTE
upside up
from the drugs back in the day. Somebody says our phone, my friend Jeremy says it's upside down. But anyways, I don't know if you're a parent, how you can let still sideways. All right, so we're gonna do this.
So look, I'm a parent, I'm a former football player, and I am okay with my son playing as long as it's for a good coach who is willing to.
I can't do it, George. I can't. I can't let my kid play. I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm saying that if we have a good coach who is more concerned about his health than he is wins and losses, I'm in. If he wants to play, however, he's not playing before he gets in high school. Not happening. He plays flag football now, and that'll be just fine. The next thing we got up real quick though is Thursday night football. Staying on football. Last night we had the 49ers and the Rams.
Hopefully that's good for him. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to have to hold it. There we go.
So we had the 49ers and the Rams. 41. First of all, the Rams scored 41 points. And they scored, and the Niners scored 39 points. And I saw a tweet from Brady Papinka because he's
Brady Papinka? I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he's a former NFL linebacker.
Okay. And
Brady said, oh, where are all the critics now talking about the NFL and that Thursday night football sucks. This game was super entertaining and all that. And my response to that was a broke clock is right twice a day. Because, I mean, there were two bad teams playing. The Rams are much improved. But, I mean, at what point in time are you going to say that a 41-39 game is like great football? There was no defense being played.
Well, the running, I mean, 3.9 yards a carry for the Rams. And what happened to Todd Gurley? He needs to catch the ball more, first of all.
Yeah, he played well. He had 3 touchdowns last night.
But they said since his rookie year that he hasn't averaged more than 4 yards a carry.
That was a function of their Their offensive line was terrible, and then they didn't have a quarterback. Because when you don't have a quarterback who can throw the ball, they just load up the box to stop the run because they know that that's the only thing that you have.
Okay, Brian Hoyer is underrated.
I would totally agree with that.
Thank you. Brian Hoyer is underrated. In Cleveland, he wasn't that bad. He went to Ohio State, right? I think he did. I think he's a Buckeye, yeah. So, why he's always had a good arm. I don't understand why he doesn't...
No, you don't understand what?
How come he hasn't had a starting position for a longer time? Didn't Johnny Manziel unseat him? I think with Cleveland. Is that what it was? Was I wrong about that guy?
So they don't give you. You don't always get the opportunities that you deserve in professional sports. You get the opportunities that come and arise to you, and if you don't have that brand name tag on you, right? Then, like in terms of being a first rounder, second rounder, particularly as a quarterback, they don't they look at you and they're like, oh, we need somebody better. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's kind of like Tom Brady, right? He was a 6th round draft pick. Had he not actually won the Super Bowl, the Patriots would have been looking to replace him.
And who got him there?
Drew Bledsoe.
Was that hit by Marvin Jones, I think?
Yeah, on the sideline.
Yeah. And
then remember that. And remember this too. They still weren't sure about Tom Brady even after he won the Super Bowl. He had to have another fantastic season before they were like, okay, he's our guy. And Brian Hoyer, the Brian Hoyers of the world, he hasn't gotten that opportunity.
But even Tony Romo. Wasn't he undrafted?
Yeah, but they didn't have anybody else, right? And then he got an opportunity to play, and he played well. And then they're like, okay, maybe, as opposed to like Jared Goff, they're like, they draft him in the 1st round. He stinks the first year, and they say, you know what? He's a rookie. We'll give him till next year. But if you're undrafted or a late round draft pick, you don't have that luxury. Like, you have to come in and play well immediately.
Well, who's gotten lucky with that and is struggling like crazy this year?
Who?
Dak.
Dak's not struggling. He had one bad game, dude.
He's overthrowing everybody. I don't know what's like his pinpoint accuracy is why I love him. He had like 1 interception his first full year, 2 maybe. He's overthrowing everyone.
Do you understand?
He's too hyped. I don't know what it is.
That sort of thing happens, dude. That sort of thing happens because he's trying to live up to the expectations. Okay,
so that's what it is. He's trying to live up to it, but he's against the Giants and then Denver. He's got wide open receivers and he's throwing the ball not just 2 yards or 2 feet over their head. It's like 10 yards over their head.
He'll settle down.
I hope so. Who we play this week? At Cardinals, Monday Night Football.
Oh, man. That should...
You like parity in the NFL?
Yes. I'm all for parity. I'm all for parity, but I'm also off of bad teams. Like just because you have 2 bad teams playing, I mean, like when you look, like if you liken it to college football, that Florida-Tennessee game, that was bad football. Yes, it was a close game, but it was awful football.
You know, it's funny. I turned on the TV right when that last touchdown. I forgot where I was that morning. I came home and right when I turned it on, it's a touchdown. They win.
Oh, it was awful.
Great throw.
Yeah, it was a great throw. Poor defense. It was an ugly.
I did disagree with you about something though. I was watching your show. You're not on the Atlanta train, huh?
Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God. No, dude.
Because
are you serious?
I think their team is phenomenal. I think that they have one of the best teams in.
Name me 2 better teams right now.
Here's what I'm saying. That the Atlanta Falcons have one of the best teams in.
But it's a long season type of thing?
No. I think that they could end up in the Super Bowl again. But they are the Buffalo Bills. They're not winners.
That could be. Yeah, okay.
Like that there's a difference between a team.
I think they're gonna win it this year.
No.
That defense, oh my God, that defense has a chip on their shoulder.
That Green Bay game proved to me that they were not Super Bowl champion ready.
Yeah, they're playing Aaron Rodgers.
Listen,
by the way, Aaron Rodgers, let's go back to this Aaron Rodgers thing. He's overrated.
No way, dude. They nutted up and got conservative.
Aaron Rodgers lost that game. Oh, the Packers got conservative?
No, the Falcons.
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
That's why I said that they're not winners. Is that
who's their coach? I know the guy from.
Oh my God! I know his name. Yeah.
So the guy with the shaved head, whatever, the big nose dude. It's not me either.
Yeah. So when Atlanta gets a big lead, particularly against a name brand quarterback or name brand team, they get all scared and they nut up. And that's not going to work. That can't win you a Super Bowl. Like, you have to do what got you there to win. I mean, to get you this big old lead. Otherwise, people can come back on you. And that's not what they do. And until Atlanta changes that, and it's a
but
match.
Most NFL teams play like that.
No, but
they play not to lose. I hate Jimmy. That's why I love Jimmy Johnson. He never played like that.
All right, so look at Super Bowl winners, right?
Oh well,
they don't play to not lose. I mean, even when the Seattle lost to the Patriots on that throw, right?
Yeah,
that wasn't a not to lose throw. Like that was a
well, they needed.
It was a bad choice, obviously.
Yeah, but they were behind, weren't they?
No.
They were ahead.
No. The Seattle was behind, but they were on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, but they still need to score. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but they were on the 1 yard line. I'm saying that people who win the Super Bowl, they don't play not to lose. They play to win. The Patriots play to win. The Seahawks played to win when they won. I mean, the Cowboys played to win when they won. Denver Broncos played to win. Like, when you go to play to win, you give yourself an opportunity.
I just hate when they go into that conservative mode, and every team that plays not to lose, they always lose. I hate it. When you don't, they're going to hand the ball off on first down, hand the ball off on second down, hand the ball off on third down. It's a recipe for disaster. And the prevent defense, come on, man. Be aggressive.
Prevent defense and prevent offense only does one thing: prevent you from winning.
That's right.
Prevent you from winning. Well, thank you guys for joining us on Unafraid today on Joey's feed, my feed. You guys, appreciate you joining us.
We didn't get into the boxing thing really quick. So, just because I wasn't here all week. And Shana Tova to all my Jewish friends. You want to say it? Shana Tova. Let's hear you say it.
I don't even know what that means.
That means Happy New Year in Hebrew.
Yeah.
Happy New Year
Shana Tova. In Hebrew. Shana Tova.
Hey, I like it.
Did you have gefilte fish and brisket last night?
I had brisket on 2 nights ago, but not the gefilte fish. That's after Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur, you know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Day of Atonement. Yeah. I can't eat from next Friday sundown to next Saturday sundown.
You need like 2 weeks of atonement.
I know. That's what I said yesterday. How did you know? I was
I don't know.
Asked Dan Rockhold and Jesse, and we were like text messaging, and I said, dude, it's 24 hours. I need like 2 weeks for it. Did you see that on my phone?
No, I didn't.
I swear to God, dude. I'm going to show you when we hang up.
That's funny.
So you had Triple G winning, though, or no? I was reading your feed as the fight were going. You said, hey, he's doing a good job of blocking those punches with his face.
I
was watching you.
I am.
Yeah, the fight was overrated. The fight was so overrated.
The only reason the fight was overrated was because there was no winner, and we in America hate ties. Like that's why. But even
while I was watching the fight, like I wasn't even. The 5th round was good, but dude, Triple G swung and missed a million times. Canelo's defense was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
But dude, what happened? Maybe because he's got red hair or something. What the whole Mexican fighter thing? Remember McGregor said that might one have been the best lines ever. When McGregor said afterwards, "I turned Floyd into a Mexican fighter because he came at him so much."
Yeah,
that was awesome. But Canelo, like if Canelo would have been a little bit more aggressive, he would have won the fight. He was making Triple G miss with that overhand right. A million times.
He couldn't lay.
It's like he's like, okay, here it comes.
The whole fight. He landed one right. The whole
absolutely. Fight. That one there knocked him back. That was the only one.
So I felt like that neither, like honestly, like when this is this big of a fight, I know that you have to score on points and all that, right? So, but there is also the court of opinion, and which matters more than the judge's scorecard. And
everybody,
yeah. And I felt like neither guy really deserved to win. Like I felt like they.
I disagree. No. Because the fight, you're right a little bit. But here's the thing: there's an old rule in Vegas and in boxing.
You have to beat the champion.
You got to take the belt from the champion.
Yeah.
Triple G did not.
But they're both
like Canelo.
Yeah, but it's different when they're both like name brand fighters.
But dude, who came after who the whole fight? Who stalked who the whole fight?
Yeah, but
it's supposed to be the other way around.
Yeah, but the difference is Canelo let him do it as opposed.
Okay, well, then you lose. Then you don't get the decision. You don't get the draw. I mean, 118, 110.
It's ring generalship.
Yes,
and Canelo owned the ring.
Okay,
like he was where he wanted to be, and then he made Triple G miss, and he countered a lot. I'm not saying that Canelo should have won.
He's a counter, but the thing is, okay, so if Triple G does not, if Triple G does not take the fight to Canelo, there's no fight. Canelo came to fight one round, the 12th round. That was it.
I felt like that they both deserved that neither deserved to win. I was actually
but somebody
happy
did
with the draw, even though
you're gonna pay for the rematch, aren't you?
Listen, man, I'm a sports junkie. I
too.
can't help it, dude. I like
mainline
mainline sports. I can't help it.
Danny Lugo says boxing is dead. Do you think, and I will say that this was boxing's chance to bring everybody back. This was the fight. And here's where
this was the fight. We put everything
into it.
Everybody's missing the point.
What's the point on this one?
Is that two things. One, everybody feels so badly about this because number one, there was no winner. That's the first thing. And number two, because in reality, like we don't want to see a decision. We want to see somebody get just boat race. Like we want to see a knockout. Like that's what we want to see.
Yeah, we want to see,
and we didn't get one
because Triple G tried. He tried his best,
but he couldn't. But
Canelo's defense was great. But Canelo, that 12th round was a good 12th round because Canelo said, "You know what? He knew he was behind. They knew at 118, 110. How do you justify that? I mean, the rounds. I went back. I taped the fight. I looked back at some of the rounds that she gave. Yeah, like 2 or 3 of the rounds that she gave to Canelo, surprised. It wasn't even close. He threw 4 punches in one of those rounds. How do you give it to him?
Listen, man. I can't. I've learned this about life. I've learned this about things. Is that you can't explain crazy. Like for you trying to like rationalize and make some sense out of craziness doesn't make sense, and that's why I don't believe that there's any fix in the fight, right? Because so you're a judge. You have your scorecard in front of you the whole time. You know what you judged the previous rounds and all that, right?
Right, of course. Right.
So at what point in time would it make sense? Like you don't need a wipeout. Like you don't need a 118, 110 score to fix the fight.
She's just inept. Like, that's all it is.
Exactly. Yeah. So you would go like 115, 113 to make it look close because.
No, I'm not mad that I'm not saying the fight was fixed. I'm not mad at that. I'm mad that De La Hoya hired such an inept judge
because De La Hoya
and he knows.
Inept. Because
no, he's a good promoter. You gotta give. I mean,
no, he is a good. Sort of.
But it needs to be a commission. Did you see Teddy Atlas? First of all, why Stephen A. Smith? That's like you, and I know you know baseball. We coach together, but who's gonna believe you? Like you're a football guy, right? You do color.
Because Stephen A. Smith,
please don't,
just like George Reister, speaks the gospel, man. I mean,
no, he does ringside for boxing. He does not know what he's talking about.
Regardless,
how did he get that gig for ESPN?
He is an opinionist about things.
No, but and I'm not. He does ringside now, like on Showtime pay-per-view. He does ringside while the fight.
No.
Yes, he does.
No, he does not work for Showtime.
Yes, he does. He did the fight for Kovalev and Aaron Ward. What's his name?
Andre Ward.
Andre Ward. Yeah, he did. Yes, twice.
No, he did.
I swear he did. Did somebody see it?
No,
somebody on my feet.
That did not happen. I was watching Andre Ward and Kovalev.
He did it twice.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
No, he didn't.
I'm telling you. Or even the setup before, like whatever. He's not a boxing guy.
No, he goes like post-fight.
I think he did play-by-play.
No, he doesn't. Dude.
I think he did. I'm trying to remember. Because I remember when I heard, I'm like, why is he even in the arena and being employed by Showtime for this fight?
He doesn't work. Showtime is a CBS company.
No, it was Showtime.
I know what I'm saying is Showtime is
not CBS.
I know.
ESPN's ABC.
Yeah, so he was under no circumstances.
Are you saying he wasn't at the fight?
No, I'm not saying he was at the fight. What I'm saying is he was working in a capacity for ESPN, not for Showtime.
No, you're wrong.
No way.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Oh, Stephen A. Smith is racist as fuck. Okay, not that. Did anybody see the fight with Kovalev? I was at Dan Rockwell's house. We were watching the fight, and even I was like, "Why is Stephen A. Smith here?"
No, you were looking after the fight when he gave analysis about it after.
Okay, we can't do it now.
Come on.
And once we get picked up by a radio station,
listen.
I have never satellite. We're gonna go to YouTube. Can you go on YouTube now, or will it run the feed?
No, I can go on YouTube.
Okay, we're gonna go on YouTube, or we're gonna Google Stephen A. Smith if he does the. Dude,
I don't need to Google it. He doesn't do it.
You'll see. I couldn't believe it for Kovalev Ward. He did it with that guy with the glasses.
No way, bro.
He was there. He was ringside.
Yes, he was after the fight. He was giving analysis for ESPN.
No, he was doing it for Showtime. Go. I'm telling you, put it on.
Oh, my God.
It didn't make sense to me. No, George, by the way, what you're saying is true. He works for ESPN, and I was saying the same thing to Dan. Like, dude, Showtime is not owned by ESPN. I know who owns who. Watch. Stephen A. Smith. He's Googling it right now, by the way. I'll give you guys a play-by-play. He's Googling it. Stephen A. Smith, Showtime Boxing. Boom! Keep going. Go. Calling Stephen A. Smith is calling the Pacquiao-Vargas fight. Okay? I'm telling you, dude. Here, right? There's one underneath that. See? I'm telling you, dude. I was in shock when I saw it. Right here, Jeremy Tunishi found it. Hi, Kelly Mark Raff. How are you? He found it. It's on YouTube. I can't hit it because it'll ruin the feed. But Stephen A. Smith, I don't know who he's sleeping with, or I don't know how he got the gig, but he was on. Oh, the Timothy Bradley. Well, that was on ESPN, so that's a little bit different.
Exactly.
No, that's different. No, but go back.
Bro,
here, look, right here, look. Showtime, right here. Stephen Smith, here. You'll see. No, that's a different one. That's Stephen Smith. You'll see he did it. Jeremy, watch it for me and tell me if I see unloads on Stephen A. Smith. Go look at that one. July 2nd, 2000. Boxing analyst. Here we go. Stephen A. Smith seems to have that effect on people. Smith criticized Horn on Saturday for not fighting many worthy opponents.
That was after the fight.
But I'm telling you, he did it for Showtime.
That Horn Pacquiao fight was in Australia.
No, I'm not talking about that one. Do Kovalev Ward. Do Stephen A. Smith Kovalev Ward.
I know for a fact, Joey. I don't need to check it.
Okay. Should we do one? We have a bet every show. I'm telling you, you're gonna lose this
$20.
What are you gonna say though? You're gonna twist the words around. You're gonna say. I know. He was on the pay-per-view on the telecast for Ward and Kovalev, and you're saying he's not.
So what you're saying is that he was doing the color commentate.
He was just on the
analyst. On the
I don't remember if he was an
Showtime
analyst, but he had a Showtime microphone, and he worked for and he did that fight Kovalev and Ward. Yes, both of them.
Okay, cool.
$20.
Yep.
All right, we got it. $20. You want? We can bring it up right now.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Guys. You're gonna have to tune in next week.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us.
$20.
Unafraid. Appreciate you guys joining us. Peace out.
Love each other. Bye. He was there, dude.
Oh, let me get us all the way out.